guys! I'm finally back from my lab, and I brought Mars!
Sorry about being late. Work was hell. Where is everyone?
Yeah, they're usually around here, aren't they?
Do you think they went in without us? I was supposed to pick up Carl from them.
Yeah, about that, I think someone may have eaten Carl.
What?
But, I brought Carl's sibling. Here.
You ate Carl? He was supposed to get listed in my obituary. Fine, but this one's being named Carl too. He's getting a full-page spread when I die.
Great. So back to the club. I guess they didn't even wait for us. Damn.
Ani seemed really off today. Rowan probably just followed her in blind.
I think so too. Well, grab your bags. Let's head in.
Carl too, lead the way.
Whew! Okay, we're in. Still not used to the feeling of being warped into the book dimension, but we're here.
The air here tastes like old paper and secrets.
Hey, is it just me, or do things seem a little different here?
You mean the sideways staircases? Nah, those are pretty normal.
No, I mean...
Well. Look who the cat dragged in. Sup?
Jean? What are you doing creeping around the library like a cryptid?
Stealth mode. I'm collecting intel. This place is deeper than anyone's letting on. I know it. Those nerds are too cautious. They're missing all the good stuff.
And you are?
Tyler Harrow Charles. You can call me Gene. Chem major, amateur cryptozoologist, and professional truth seeker. I live for dangerous knowledge. And I'm also Annie's roommate, I guess.
Cat, I told you about him. He thinks the government's run by lizards and the lizards are run by ghosts.
Don't you believe your chip bag is sentient?
Are you ready to prove it isn't?
Good point. So, ghosts?
Interdimensional ghosts, but yeah.
Right. And you're doing this alone?
Well, I'm not alone anymore. I was just scouting ahead. Others are playing it safe, sticking to the public areas, reading about librarians or something. But there's restricted stuff in here, man. Annie said so herself. There's stuff here with its own story to tell, far away from the usual prying eyes. We just need to go deeper.
Jean, that sounds very dangerous.
Come on, man. You gotta be curious, right? The truth is hiding just below the surface, and now's our chance. We only need to go a little bit deeper. Maybe down a level or behind one of the wings. No breaking the rules, just bending them a little bit. Worst case, we come straight back here. Best case, we find something that they don't want us to know about.
Well, that does sound more exciting than reading about librarians.
Yeah, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, in and out. If it goes wrong, we just turn around.
Alright, I'm in. I've got Carl too anyways. My legacy is secured.
Okay, this is officially spooky.
The basement, where all life's secrets are stored. I can feel them breathing down my neck. This is the good stuff, don't you think?
That's the walls, Jean. I think they're whispering.
Exactly. That's how you know it will get good. This whole area is like frozen in time. We're bound to be in the right place.
We're going to get expelled. Or eaten. Or both.
What's this? A paper ball? Hold up, everyone.
From the Office of the Wanderer's Library Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Noreen Ray. You're somewhere you're not supposed to be. My naughty wanderers, you should know better than this. The search for knowledge is an admirable goal, but we have boundaries for a reason. We really can't have everyone walking into restricted areas haphazardly, after all. We'll have some Dawsons arriving at your location soon, so please stay put. Oh, who am I kidding? You've broken the rules to get this far. Why would you start listening to little old me now? Alas, I am a doctor, here to help visitors to the library minimize their injuries and illnesses, including you. If you're determined to continue onward with this foolishness, look out for my notes.
See? I told you we were on to something. You want answers, right? Well, the fun starts off the map.
I mean, science is about discovery. Let's roll.
Alright, what's behind hallway number 1? Dark, barely lit lanterns, cobwebs and spiders everywhere. This is exactly where we should start. Let's get searching, man.
Guys, the wall is squishy. It's full of lumps. They look like grapes. That's normal, right?
Hold on. Look at that. They look like they're moving to avoid the light. Jean, check that lantern near you.
Now you're speaking like a true adventurer. Hold on. Yeah, a note.
Night bumps. There's a quaint human expression that references the things that go bump in the night. It's mainly used to cover for their species' fear and ignorance of the goings-on of the night, but every so often, that night actually does bump back. Identified as the spread of dark purple, often nearly black lumps across the body, night bumps are a common affliction for those unprepared intruders venturing into dark, magically dense areas, like our very own library's restricted areas. Being an unnatural coagulation of concentrated darkness, victims suffer from a severe aversion to light. In turn, this aversion often leads to complete seclusion, resulting in growing levels of paranoia. Quite a predicament. Fortunately, night bumps are quite easy to treat if caught in their early stages. Assuming you can even find the person you're trying to treat in whatever dark corner they've hidden in, all you need to do is drag them into the light. Prolonged exposure to sufficiently bright light will burn the infection out. Just be sure to hold them down tightly so they don't escape into the dark again before they're cured. The mental deterioration of the infected is not to be underestimated. Their seclusion in the darker, deeper recesses of the library has been known to produce feral, animalistic behavior. Packs of the infected have been known to prowl the shelves, attacking patrons and staff alike. At this time, we are searching for and removing the infected as fast as we can. But should you encounter any, your best bet is to run or hunker down and brandish your light source until the situation improves.
Okay, definitely not grapes.
These things are alive. They're like a hidden disease waiting for us. We should stick together. Jean, keep that lantern with you.
Aye, aye, Captain Lena.
Alright, let's go check out... Guys? Was the hallway always... backwards? We were just facing that door. Is that even the same door as before? It looks wrong.
Okay, is this the part where the library eats us?
No, Mars de Gras, this is good. We're deep now. This is off record. We have our trusty lantern to protect us. This is where weird stuff lives.
I don't want to live where the weird stuff lives.
Come on, let's see what they're throwing at us now.
Didn't we pass that cat statue earlier? Or do they all look this judgy?
No, I think you're right. This hallway just looped back on itself.
Classic arcane labyrinth behavior. Textbook stuff, really.
Cat, if that sentence ever makes sense to me, please leave me in here.
Huh. Is it just me, or does this shelf look bendy?
Yeah, man, of course they're watching us. Trying to look busy and unassuming. There's no way that this is random. They're protecting something. It's probably cursed and probably awesome. We're just on the cusp of uncovering it.
I think we're on the cusp of losing our last brain cell trying to find a way out, but hey, screw it. Let's see what's here. Help me out, guys.
Found something.
Shelf sickness. The library is much more than just tomes we put out for everyone to enjoy. Indeed, we have quite a selection that isn't readily available to the general public. Some readers out there might hear this and cry censorship, leaving to find some hidden literature for themselves. But have you considered the library wanted some of those books hidden for a reason? Cognito hazards and cursed items could wreak havoc if not properly contained, and we all know how much the library enjoys its peace and quiet. As such, the library developed some unique self-protection measures, with shelf sickness being the common phrase used to describe the collective effects one might experience when trying to tamper with these restricted books. The library is fair with its punishments, often opting to start with a non-lethal option for dealing with patrons. Shelves have been known to rotate and shift locations in their entirety, trapping patrons in an ever-moving prison of paper and polished oak. You can't find the right book if you can't even find the right shelf. Assuming you can even find the proper shelf, your next hurdle would be to find the desired book. Every book in these areas has been warded to distort words and images, making the contents quite unreadable. The only recourse is to undergo an elaborate ritual to remove any protections on the book, and by the time that's concluded, the shelf will have moved once again. You might say, Dr. Ray, this doesn't sound that dangerous. Well, my dear reader, you may be surprised. Time has proven it to be quite an effective first line of defense against the more snoopy variety of readers. Many give up or simply starve in the process of finding the novel they sought. Then there are the more severe deterrents. Odorless poisons, concealed ways ready to transport you to goodness knows where, being driven to extreme irritation after being forced to talk to a particularly dumb masked canine for an extended period of time. Well, maybe that last one isn't quite so bad, but don't let that fool you. These hidden traps are but a small taste of the dangers you may encounter on your first crusade for knowledge.
The library is fair with its punishments. So the shelves are actually moving on their own to keep us in here? Cool. Love that.
It is actually pretty cool, to be fair.
Okay, yeah, it's a little cool. Like 20% cool and 80% terrifying. But how do we even get out? That's what I'd like to know.
Classic labyrinthian deterrence. It's all about delay and disorientation. If you're lucky, you might just hallucinate your own exit, man.
Jean, didn't you think a ley line was a type of subway line until, last Thursday?
What? No, of course not. Well, okay, that's technically true, but, the subway is pretty magical, man.
Jean, have you ever actually encountered magic like this before?
Well, not exactly, but...
The shelves are breathing again.
Okay. That's new.
Whoa. A clearing. Maybe we found the end of the maze.
I think the end of the maze found us, Mars.
Who cares? Look, the sky is swirling. There's runes and stones everywhere. It's full of moss. There's trees and rivers of ink. They even have a floating crystal in the middle. I think we found heaven.
Wild magic. Raw, unfiltered, definitely forbidden. See, this is what they didn't want you to see.
You're making this up again, aren't you?
Just let me have this.
It smells like burnt jelly beans.
Alright, we can take 5 more minutes to explore. This is actually kind of cool. Okay, this place has a history of fun notes. Hell, there's paper swirling all around us. Maybe if I just reach out and grab one. Gotcha! Alright, let's give it a read.
Wild magic. It should be blatantly obvious that the library is a magical place. When something like magic is so frequently used, one tends to lose perspective on its deeper aspects. How it's produced, how it's refined for use. But in the deeper thralls of the library, far away from the notice of average wanderers, wild magic still flows freely. Ancient, absurdly powerful, and utterly unwieldy, wild magic coalesces in the unregulated sections where it can remain undisturbed. Although it was from well before my time serving here, I've heard rumors the library once powered itself entirely on wild magic before settling on a series of much more reliable sources. Given its unpredictable nature, it's difficult for me to write a proper warning on its effects. Those unprepared explorers who came across a pool of wild magic would be lucky to be vaporized on the spot. The less fortunate may see their conscience scattered and torn across the endless currents of eternity, their bodies distorted into horrors the likes of which even the library doesn't have the words to describe. Or perhaps you may just end up smelling like cheese for a while. There's nothing to be said for a cure, as every case is unique. Although, if you're willing to ignore the warnings and go into these areas, you must also be willing to accept the risks you'll be taking.
Whoa, so it scrambles your essence. It's like a magic smoothie.
That sounds kind of awesome, until you remember smoothies shouldn't have thoughts.
Okay, I really don't like how the rocks blinked just now.
They're not blinking. They're paying attention.
Yeah? Cool. Let's pay them less. I don't really want to get vaporized. We should go.
Alright. Back into the maze. Maybe we can, retrace our steps and find a better spot.
Did it just get really quiet in here? Like someone's breathing over your shoulder quiet?
Oh yeah, that means we're making good progress. We must be close to the true knowledge. You can always tell by the existential dread.
Yeah, so fun. So fun. Why do I feel like I'm going to throw up and get turned into alphabet soup at the same time? Coño, puta madre, I hate this. Oh my god.
Clearing up ahead. Catch you there.
Mars, wait up! Mars, are you okay? Why'd you stop so fast?
I don't like this. I don't like this. I really don't like this.
What are you? Ay, Dios mío!
Cocoon chamber, nice. I wonder what they do in here.
Nice? Nice? There's human-sized blood cocoons all around us, twitching and moving like they could burst at any second. And you say nice?
If I had to bet, I'd say this is where the troublemakers go. You know, they're probably broken down and repurposed. I once read...
Nope. No. No more jokes. No more readings. I want to go back to the weird moss. Chingate. I am done.
There's a note stuck to this gooey lip-shaped foot.
That is the most cursed sentence I have ever heard.
Let's read it.
Conversion corruption. The library doesn't have many rules, but visitors are still expected to follow them. Sadly, there comes along the occasional rule breaker who needs to be corrected. And if you're reading this, then you've likely trespassed far enough to figure out where those rule breakers go. Do you perhaps see those rows of cocoon structures? Those aren't home to giant moths, but rather the rule breakers themselves. Don't touch them, or you may come to suffer from conversion corruption. When rule breakers are restructured to serve their sentences, their mortal forms are deconstructed into a form of primordial soup. And when that newly born page or docent breaks free of its confines, some of that magical residue from the rebuilding process can be left behind. Conversion corruption is the partial deconstruction and transmutation that occurs as a result of a non-staff member touching this leftover residue. Limbs can elongate or crumple, even splitting into multiple underdeveloped appendages. It all depends on where contact is made. It can be quite disconcerting to see a half-formed lamp begin to grow from your feet. If you do come down with a case of conversion corruption, just remember these tips. Don't panic. Accidentally touching the affected area or splashing around in the source puddle will only cause it to spread further. Calmly wash the area clean and wait for the conversion process to stabilize. Don't attempt to cut the area off, as it will grow back. Causing yourself more pain won't improve your situation. Your next move should be to report to your nearest staff member so you can be properly converted. It may sound harsh, but a full conversion is the only way to eventually revert the changes. Besides, if you're suffering from this most unique variety of illnesses, you were somewhere you shouldn't have been in the first place. You can learn to live with the consequences or pay the price for your arrogance.
Hold on. I touched the wall earlier. Does that count? Am I gonna grow an extra elbow? What's going to...
Jean, are we going to turn into lamps?
Nah, probably not, man. I think you have to, really mess up for that. Hug the cocoons or something. Besides, the wall doesn't look fleshy, so you should be fine, right?
Guys, I think it hurt us.
Jean! I can't believe I'm about to lean on you for this, but where is the exit?
I think it's back that way? Probably might be a fake exit. Or a metaphor or something.
Don't care. Going now. Everyone walk fast. Scream later.
The door! Officer Dr. Noreen Ray. Oh god, no, there's a note on it!
Catalina, there's a shadowy woman in there.
Nope! No ma'am! No medical horror for me today! Jean!
Alright, I found the staircase up. Everybody in the bus and let's bounce.
Whoa! What's with you guys and jump scaring me today? What happened to you three? You look like you're halfway through a horror movie.
There were cocoons. Mars found some kind of goo. The shelves kept moving. I swear the wall was breathing.
I saw rocks blink at me.
Whoa, I guess we're back. Looks like these two did know where to find the fun after all. This place is full of secrets. I knew the man was hiding something from us.
Didn't you say you were just going one wing over? Where the hell were you?
Let's call it a curiosity-driven spiritual trespassing.
Marilyn, it was cool as hell down there. And there's so much to find. But, let's just say, it doesn't want us down there.
The library said no, and then it just kept saying it louder.
We literally just handled what happens when people do this shit. They turn you into archivists, or worse, they unwrite you. Like they never even existed. Do you understand how dangerous that was? Look, Jean, I love your need to explore. And honestly, me 4 weeks ago would have been so down. But I'm worried the library is getting a bit annoyed at us. Let's just take this slow, alright?
Fine, I will, slow down and stuff.
Ani and Rowan already left. I think we have found enough for one night. Let's go.
Cool. We should, definitely come back. Who's ready for round 2?
No!
And as we close, I would like to give a special shout out to all the people in real life who made today's episode possible. In particular, I would like to thank my many voice actors, including Esme, who played the role of Catalina, Moss, who played the role of Mars, John, who played the role of Jean, and Emily, who played the role of the narrator, or Dr. Noreen Ray, I think her name was. As well, I would like to thank the artist who made all of the music that you heard in this episode. His name is Kevin MacLeod, and you can listen to his music and more at incomptech.com. And finally, I would like to thank the writer of the story that we used in today's episode, A Wanderer's Guide to First Aid in a Library, Restricted Areas by Destiny's Day from the Wanderer's Library Wiki. So, thank you so much for listening today, and we'll see you next time.